Hello and welcome to the Crystal Lightworkers podcast to aid spirituality and well-being using crystals. I'm Jackie Winters, founder of the British Academy of Crystal Healing, and today I'd like to discuss the light spectrum and crystals. Hello everyone, I hope you're having an amazing day and would like to say thank you so much for joining us on this podcast. So just to recap on previous podcasts, we have learned that light is beamed to Earth from our local sun, that our local sun receives a charge of energy from the great central sun. I always think it's quite amazing that the solar system we are in is just one of many that are vibrating and moving around a great central sun. We have also learned that light is consciousness, and the velocity of light determines the expansion of consciousness that we are able to achieve. Earth absorbs light into its crystalline matrix and then it resonates back out into the atmosphere, creating an energetic charge and manifesting a collective consciousness. When we are born, we enter that collective consciousness, that magnetic force field that surrounds the earth and creates a vibratory reaction within our neurological system that we interpret through our senses. So I began to realize that the earth has a consciousness, a vibratory field that is linked to the sun, and whilst in my human form, I can feel, think and sense the earth's consciousness via my neurological system. I'm not going to lie, I did get lost for a while, and through mental programming I thought I was a unique, lonesome entity, not connected to anything other than my own thoughts and being. But through meditating with crystals, I began to see the bigger picture and recognize that it is the earth that is emitting a consciousness, and I am just part of that vast sea of energy that vibrates around the planet. There is no separation from me and her being Mother Earth. My mind consciousness is Earth's mind consciousness, and vice versa. Yes, I have my own uniqueness, but so does Mother Earth. When I visit different countries, I witness variations in the vibrations, variations in thoughts, behavior, beliefs, and they are all linked to the vibrations being emitted from the land. The crystalline structure of Earth reflects the light back out into the atmosphere in many variations of shade and colour. Each colour of light has a vibratory thought process, feeling and sensation linked to it that we can interpret when we place full awareness on ourselves. Okay, so let's sit with this for a moment. The crystalline formation of the earth determines the vibrational frequency of consciousness that is being emitted out. That's quite a statement. Let's see if we can back it up. Have you ever noticed how people in various regions of the world think and act so differently to each other? Each country has its own unique personality, or what some may say its own vibe, because that is what it is. It's a vibration of thought, feeling and reality. Let's take a possible example is think about South Africa, where there is plenty of malachite, and during history, South Africa has been known to have produced seekers of justice and fairness, which is an exact match to the vibration of malachite, like the abolition of apartheid and Nelson Mandela's commitment to equality and law and fairness. Brazil has amethyst, lots of it. Amethyst is known to affect mind energy and address perceptions of reality. Brazilian people are quite well known to be spiritual and quite superstitious, honouring beliefs and traditions which are mind energy, same as amethyst. So I'm going to ask you to ask yourself if any of this is resonating within you, and can it be possible that the earth is emitting vibrations out into the atmosphere? That the mineral composition of the land is creating a unique vibration, that we are an expression of that vibration. We are picking up the light signals through our neurological system and are in fact more closely linked to the land than we realize. You may say, yes, but we are also energetically linked to the stars and heavens too. But then so is Mother Earth. There is absolutely no separation in energy. We are all in a vast sea of energy together. No separation. Now let's get back to the light rays that are being absorbed and emitted from the crystalline structure and how they affect our awareness and our body through the chakra system. So if you are aware already of the chakra system, you'll know that it is housed within the spinal column and is linked to the colours of the rainbow. That light travels up and down the spine, feeding the nadis or energy lines in our body, will maintain our senses and our well-being. I remember being told during a crystal meditation that if the primary colours of red, yellow and blue were healthy in my energy field, then the rest of the chakras would be too. The base chakra red travels up the spine to unite with the yellow energy of the solar plexus and create an orange vortex, which is the sacral chakra. The yellow ray then meets with the blue ray to make the green heart chakra. The red and blue ray unite to create the violet light linked to the third eye. So each is like a rainbow. The red ray leads up to meet with the green ray. The orange ray meets the blue ray, and the yellow and the violet ray meet. Now the white light used to energize the crown chakra is a unification of the whole spectrum, as is the black void that is often linked to the earth and the grounding energy. So just to recap, the primary colours are red, yellow and blue. The secondary colours are a unification of these primary colours, orange, green and violet. So let's look at these primary colours that are in our energy field and what they do for us. The red ray has the longest wavelength. That means it travels the farthest. The shortest frequency, in other words, it's a low frequency and it's closest to the earth. It helps us to deal with the material world and helps us to interact within family life. It promotes inner security, and because it has the longest wavelength, it keeps us going longer, thereby increasing stamina and boosting our energy levels. It also increases our physical vitality by raising passion, determination, and love. A few crystals that have frequencies within the red ray are red jasper, whose vibration promotes security, good for liver conditions and detoxifying the body. Garnet. Now garnet is in the red ray, but it's not like red jasper. Red jasper is very solid. It's quite a heavy energy. Garnet fires you up. It raises determination and passion and interest, and it's great for anyone who's being bullied or can't stand up for themselves. Ruby. I love ruby. It raises a sexual energy and aids fertility. It unearths passion, love, and a vibrancy for life within you. If the red ray is too pronounced within the energy field, it can induce anger, frustration, and irritation. But if the red ray is depleted, it can be because there is a lack of love, a lack of security, a lack of interest, a lack of passion, and a lack of love for life. So this is the red ray, and we're looking to use crystals to establish our wonderful unification of all these different frequencies that can be found in the red ray. Sexual energy, security, determination, and passion. So moving on to the yellow ray is linked to the sun, whereas the red ray was linked to the earth. The yellow ray helps you radiate your light, to shine your passion, just like the sun shines, out into the world innocently and without restriction, because we can often restrict ourselves by thinking we're not good enough or we're not confident enough or whatever. It is the colour of happiness and emotional well-being, getting lost in your joy and being focused on what brings you pleasure. The yellow ray promotes confidence, positivity, success, joy, and focus. It also brings personal empowerment. Now, when the yellow ray is out of sync and it's too pronounced, it is possible to be burned out from overachieving, being too focused, being too driven, too much in the mind energy and not balanced within the flow of joy. Worry is an emotional condition that's created by a disturbance in the yellow ray, and digestive disorders are the physical manifestation of worry. Crystals that can help bring balance to the yellow ray are tiger's eye. It will help promote courage and inner strength. It will help you detach from whether or not other people think you're good enough or your own expectations of yourself. Pyrite helps to promote self-worth, success, and an inner belief in yourself and your abilities. Honey calcite helps to promote contentment. So if you have a want, if you're always striving, then honey calcite will bring through a wonderful sense of contentment. And let's not forget sunstone, that helps us to detach from emotional dependency so we can become independently whole and united within ourselves. Getting the yellow ray established within our energy field will help us to become unique, become independent, but also be able to flourish working alongside others with our own uniqueness. The blue ray is linked to the heavens, to the mind. It is embedded in the throat chakra at the base of the neck being the gateway from the head to the heart. It is the seat of communication, the ability to listen, hear, express and understand. It marries intuitive concepts with the logic mind and manifests inspiration into actuality. It is through silence that we hear spirit and communicate with a higher level of wisdom that is beyond words. Wisdom is achieved through inner knowings, and great artists, writers, painters and musicians are born with a pronounced blue chakra. They have an ability to bring into the physical world an expression of spirit and create an emotional reaction. When the blue ray is deficient, there can be a loss of inner communication with self. There can be physical hearing impairments, inability to communicate one's needs to others, a withdrawn demeanour, and possibly a speech impediment. Feeling of being lost, sad, depressed are all linked to the blue ray. Now, if you have an excess of energy in the blue ray, this can lead to those who are chatterboxes, always seeking something, never feeling fulfilled, seekers of knowledge, never still, always doing and needing to relax. So let's look at a few crystals that can help balance this. Chrysocolla enhances the ability to communicate internally and reach the silence to commune with spirit. Chrysocolla used to be a great favourite with the Native American Indians and is sometimes referred to as the evolved turquoise. Azurite is another great one. I love azurite. It teaches us how to know when to speak and when to be silent, and how powerful the silence can be. Meteorite is a wonderful blue crystal that can help with learning disabilities and is great for those that have dyslexia. Lapis lazuli promotes leadership qualities on the ability to know. It enhances success and stimulates the inner wisdom. And again, the Egyptians this time used to revere lapis lazuli and insisted that their leaders wore lapis lazuli in crowns or headdresses to ensure that they were following their knowings. And finally, sodalite is a wonderful blue crystal that calms mental activity and soothes overthinking. So these are the primary colours, the red, the yellow and the blue. And when they're all in harmony, they feed the secondary chakras. Well, they're not secondary chakras, they are the secondary colours in the spectrum, which are orange, green and violet. When they unite, the orange ray is a balance for the blue ray. The orange light brings joy, creativity, inspiration, and it brings it through crystals like carnelian, orange calcite, peach, selenite. And the blue light aids expression of said creativity and inspiration, bringing a perfect harmonious state of being for those that want to pursue their joy, pursue their creativity. The orange ray inspires you, brings the joy and the creativity, and the blue ray helps you express it. A wonderful combination. They work so well in tandem with each other. The green ray is the perfect balance for the red ray. The green ray brings peace, whereas the red ray brings stimulation. It brings harmony, serenity, truth, and love. And when harmonized with the passion and the vibrancy of the red ray, it can bring a perfect, balanced, harmonious state of being. So when we get all fired up, we have to know how to be able to calm down afterwards to allow the body to rest. So it's like when we exercise. When we exercise, we burn our muscles. We have to then be able to soothe and allow them to calm. So the green ray works perfectly in tandem with the red ray and brings a wonderful, balanced, harmonious state of being. And finally, the violet ray. The violet ray is a perfect balance for the yellow ray. The violet ray brings wisdom, understanding, insight through crystals such as suzalite, amethyst, charoite. They bring through feelings and sensations and knowings. The yellow ray is our gut feeling. It brings through intuition. It helps us know rather than think. And so when we get our yellow ray combined with the violet ray of understanding, we then get a wonderful ability to bring our intuition into a logic state of understanding. Again, perfect balance. White and black both contain the full colour spectrum. White reflects the light out. It's an expansion of consciousness, whereas black absorbs the light and creates a contraction of consciousness. I hope this has helped you comprehend a little bit about colour and crystals and how they can promote inner balance, harmony and well-being. And I know that you will be surprised and delighted to learn that when the inner world is in a harmonious state of being, the outer world just falls into line with the inner world. Quite magical really, isn't it? To know that all we have to do is maintain a harmonious feeling inside of us of happiness and joy and just accept things as they are, becoming a witness to life rather than trying to control life and watching as life unfolds. And all we have to do is maintain harmony, peace and quiet within us. If you have enjoyed listening to the podcast and maybe learned something from it, maybe you would like to join us in a class, and I would absolutely love to share space with you. We can be found on our website, www.britishacademyofcrystalhealing.co.uk, or you can visit us on Facebook. We have a Facebook group called Crystal Shamans, and we're even on Instagram and TikTok. So from my heart to yours on this wonderful morning, I thank you for doing this work, learning more about how we can take care of our own well-being and how important it is to find our own internal harmony and how crystals can help you. Please join me again when I will be discussing more topics on vibrational medicine and crystals. Until then, love to all of you. Jackie.